Today's question is God with me? I think this question is rooted in a perceived need to feel God using our physical senses. So, yeah, we say, well, I can't see God like I can see this chair, and I can't feel God like I feel my mother's hug, and I can't hear God like when a friend speaks to me. And so if I can't see, feel, or hear, maybe he isn't real. Well, if this is true, then I guess the argument could be made that it's impossible to feel God in the same way that we feel a lot of things or see a lot of things, if it's connected only to our five senses. But let me challenge you with this thought, because do you really have to feel something the way I described in order for it to be real? Let me give you a couple examples. I don't see electricity. I can feel it. I can see its impact. I can't see the wind. I can see it moving leaves. I can't see or feel love the same way I feel a mother's hug, but by experiencing it, I know it's real, and you can't take that away from me. So my argument, my case, is that something can be real even when you can't necessarily use your five senses to experience it in the same way we do other things. The key is you just have to be confident because you see the impact. And actually, that's what faith is. It's not blind or naive wishful thinking like, I hope I win the lottery or I hope my team wins the Stanley Cup, because those things are out of your control. That's optimism. No, hope is rooted in what has been observed and what has been experienced. That's why our videos, the testimonies we share, are so powerful. You can't argue with someone's story when they've experienced God change them. In Luke chapter 1, verse 1, Luke says, many have undertaken to draw up an account of the things that have been fulfilled among us, just as they were handed down to us by those who from the first were eyewitnesses and servants of the word. With this in mind, since I myself have carefully investigated everything from the beginning, I too decided to write an orderly account for you, most excellent Theophilus, so that you may know that with certainty of the things you have been taught. So, how do you know with certainty that God is with you? Well, because you have observed his involvement in history. It's what we call the Bible. You've seen his work in the lives of other people. It's the testimonies we show every day here at the 700 Club Canada. And we know that what happens to those who trust God. It's true that all things do work together for God, for good. So, is God with me? Absolutely. Don't rely on your senses. Rely on what has been observed, what has been seen, and what we know is absolutely true. God is with you. And that is a stepping stone to being who God has created you to be.